Web3 Gym, question for the bullseye. How do we get more qualified pipeline, but actually spend less time prospecting and hunting for it? And the answer here is super simple. You need referrals. If you're not getting referrals right now, you're missing on a big opportunity. I'm going to tell you why. Because 92% of buyers, they trust referrals from people that they know. 84% of buyers, they start buying the process after they got referred. And 91% of customers, of your customers, they are willing and they're ready to do a referral for you. But the problem is that you don't ask, because only 11% of the salespeople ask. And that's why some people have great results and some people have like poor results, like average results. And I want you to be in this 11% that are knowing and they're asking and they're getting results from the referrals. So probably, maybe you thought about this, maybe you didn't think about this, but here are two things that are going to be the main blockers for you. So the first one, you whether don't know that you can ask for referrals, or you don't know how to ask, or you don't know who to ask. Or the second one, you know all of this, you know the operational stuff, but something is holding you internally. You are not feeling comfortable asking for referral. Let's deal with those two problems separately. I'm going to show you how. So the solution number one, if you don't know the operational stuff, how do you go and you ask a customer for referral? So step number one, you need a customer. You need a customer on the call with you. That's how I prefer to do it. You can send them a DM, you can send them this, you can send that, but I prefer doing this in person because then the chemistry is way better. So you get the customer on the call, find why. Maybe it's going to be a weekly check-in that you're having, monthly check-in, maybe it's quarterly check-in. Get on a call with the customer, and while you're with the customer, use this opportunity to ask for referral. That's number one. You need a step in it. You need a reason to go on a call with them. Then step number two, do the research in advance for the customer that you specifically want to ask. Who do they have in Twitter followers? Who do they have in LinkedIn connections? Run the search for the ideal list of prospects or companies or people that you really wanted to get in touch with, but you never got a chance, and see if they have any connections in those companies. And this is going to be your example list. So ideally, you're showing up on the call, having a list ready, like let's say 5 names, and you say, okay, dear customer, do you know, like I saw that you're connected with person A on LinkedIn. Do you happen to know them in person, or do you know them well? Or if they tell you no, you move to the person B, you move to the person C, and so on and so forth. Find somebody who they really know, and then once they confirm you that yes, we know them, or for example, in a use case where you don't find anyone, and basically they tell you, sorry, Nikolai, we don't know any one of these people. We just randomly connect on followers on Twitter, and we just randomly connect on LinkedIn. Have a very clear defined ICP, like who do you want to work with, who do you want to get connected with, because you want your buyer, like you want to cut as many things and as many thinking that the buyer has to do. So everything that they need to do is they just need to know, okay, I know this type of projects, or okay, I know this person specifically. And then once they know the person, once you identify the person or a company or a sector where your buyer knows somebody, ask them if they're comfortable making a referral for you, and have a message already pre-written. So what you say is typically, dear customer, I don't know if it's going to be okay for you, but I decided to ask anyway. Are you willing to do an introduction for us, for this customer? Because I really think that we can help them as we're helping you and bring the results that we're helping to you. Of course, if you're bringing good results. And would be okay to send a pre-written message to them right now? So basically, in this moment, you're putting in your chat with the customer, just sending them this message in your DMs or in your Google Meet or whatever you're doing this. And what it basically should say, that is like, hey, dear customer, I'm going to provide you the full template in the Web3 Sales Gym. So everybody in the community will have it. If you're not in the community, if you're not in Web3 Sales Gym, this is your chance. The link to apply is below. So you send them this template, and the buyer is telling you, yeah, okay, Nikolai, no problem. Boom. The referral is done, and urge them to do this even with you on the call. Why are you on the call? Just like, because you already have the pre-written message, just put the names, put everything there, and the buyer just press send, and that's it. Once they receive the referral, once the referral answers them, the buyer just forwards this person to you, and boom, the call is done. Like how much it took us, maybe 15 minutes on the call with the buyer. But the quality here is going to be this one. So you cannot miss on this. Even if you don't get very good quality leads, it's going to be a very good moment for you to reconnect with the buyer, at least to reconnect with the person, understand what they're doing, what's on their top of mind, and get the things going with your current buyer. Maybe you can have an opportunity for an upsell or something like this. You can be creative. You're in sales. Another one is get comfortable asking. Get comfortable asking is a psychological problem if you're not comfortable to ask for them. And So basically, how do you deal with them? First one, ask happy customers. So if you feel that the probability that this customer is going to be pissed off if you ask them for referral is higher with the people where you did a very bad job, then don't go for them. Go only for the happy customers that you know that the likelihood that they're going to understand this positively is going to be higher. Second one, adopt the mindset if I don't get it after asking, then I don't get it. But if I never ask, I never get it. That's the main thing. If the chance for you to hit a referral is 5%, it's still worth doing than not doing it. Because 5% means it can mean you at least a very good deal that's going to be larger than any deal that you ever had. Like you cannot miss on this opportunity. And the last one is just write down for yourself what's the worst thing that can happen. And there's going to be typically on the list like they will leave us, so like but then like start thinking logically. So if do you really think that your customer will leave you after you ask them for a referral? Like what is it even true? Write down every fear or every objection that pops up in your mind on why you shouldn't be doing this, and look at them and ask yourself, are they true? Is this statement true? Is this correct? Am I correct in my assumptions? Test yourself, validate yourself, and you would get good referrals. That's how you do this on operational level. That's how you can become confident with this. Hope this video was helpful for you. If you want to learn more about getting referrals, we covered this topic in the podcast with Jeff from Loop Crypto. I'm going to loop this down below. And the last one, apply for the Web3 Sales Gym, because we're going to do a lot of good content in the next couple of months. So see you in the next video. Bye-bye.